Let's talk about some of my biggest fails in the Funko community. And you guys to death. No way! Oh my god. These are just some of the pops that I absolutely fumbled the bag on getting, or completely just missing it, or getting refunded, scammed, whatever. Let's go ahead and get into it. Now, this first one is a total of 4 pops I could have gotten for absolutely free. It is the Attack on Titan pre-release set. I hadn't started collecting Funko Pops yet. I didn't really know a whole lot about them. I just seen them around and I was like, oh, they're cute, whatever. But my parents had sent me a picture saying, hey, do you want these? And I was like, no, I'm okay. I'm not into Funko Pops. And it was all 4 of the Attack on Titan pre-release versions. And I completely passed on them. Together, they all are worth $2,110. And I could have had them for absolutely free. I do have 2 out of the 4 now. I have the pre-release Aaron, and I have the Colossal Titan pre-release, which I absolutely love these. And I plan to get the other 2 eventually. Even the Aaron Titan form that is worth $1,000 now, I will get them, but dang, it really sucks I missed out on that deal. This next one is honestly perfect timing for the new Ant-Man movie that just came out. I had a chance of getting this pop for $24. It is the Freddy Funko as Ant-Man, which is now worth $990, and I could have had it for $24, but I wasn't into Freddy Funkos at the time. I had just started getting grails and stuff like that, so I had no idea what this was going to be worth, and I definitely wish I grabbed it, but I did not, which is fine. I will get it eventually. I just won't be able to get it for $24. This one was about a couple months after I started collecting Funko Pops. I went to a convention called Spooky Empire here in Florida, and I was walking around and I was like looking at Funko Pops. I was like, oh, these are kind of cool. These are way overpriced. I wouldn't pay that much. And then I found one that I really debated getting. It was the glow-in-the-dark Doc Emmett Brown. And I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. I'm a huge Back to the Futures fan. And I was like, $50 though? I can't see myself paying $50 for a little bobblehead. And so I passed on it, and it is now worth $1,990. I definitely want it in my collection. I'm still very bummed I couldn't have gotten it for the $50, but I will get it eventually. I just definitely took the fumble on that one. This next one would have been my first ever Grail purchase. I saved up for 3 months to get this. I was in 8th grade when I was saving up. So I was like working with my grandparents on the weekend to try and make money. And so I saved up, and it was the SEC 480-piece blue Cheshire Cat. This local shop had it for $500, and I was like, oh my god, that is so cool. I need that so bad. Let's make that my first Grail. I saved up, and then I finally go to buy it, and it had sold 2 hours before I got there, and to this day, I'm so bummed I didn't have a car because I was waiting on my grandfather to get off work and take me. And man, that would have been an insane pop because it is now worth $3,000, and I could have had it for $500. This pop is super cool. I do plan on getting it eventually because I am a huge Disney fan, but right now I am saving up for a house. So the mega grails are gonna have to wait till I get my house. So I'm just getting like tiny grails. But I am very excited to get that eventually. This next one is why I do research on every single Funko Pop I pull in a mystery box or a grail that I'm about to purchase. I do a ton of research now because of this specific pop. I pulled it in a mystery box and I was super excited, but I saw it and I was like, man, I don't know. It is the Glow Air Chase Jason Voorhees. And it had that chase sticker, so when I pulled it, I was like, I don't know why it has this sticker. This could be fake. And at the time, I was like super weary of fakes. I was like, fake everything. So I messaged a content creator, and I don't blame him at all because I didn't do any of the research, and he isn't a horror collector at all. He was just trying to help me out. And I sent him the pictures and stuff, and he's like, hey, I don't know. It definitely should have the glow chase sticker, so I would honestly contact them and let them know that you have a fake pop. So I contacted the mystery box company. I said, hey, this pop I believe is fake. Here's the reasons why. And so they're like, okay, no problem. Send it back. We'll refund you your money. I was like, okay, cool. So I sent it back. They refunded me my money, and about 6 months later, I learned that it was a super rare variant of the Jason Voorhees chase, and I was super bummed because I am a huge Jason fan. He is my favorite horror character, and I definitely plan on getting him again. But it is now worth $800. I don't remember what I paid on the mystery box, but it was definitely not $800, and I'm very upset that I don't have that pop in my collection, but I will eventually. This next one was multiple instances where I lost out on it. I am talking about the Steve and Robin and the Ahoy uniforms. I was super excited to get these pops before the new season 4 came out, so I was looking everywhere, and I found a Steve on eBay for bids. It had a little bit of a corner tear, but I was like, whatever, I don't really care. Let's try and get this. At the time, PBG was $210. And I won it for $147.20. I'll never friggin' forget because of the taxes and the shipping and stuff. So I pay it, and then the seller contacts me. They're like, hey, I'm not sure what's going on, but eBay's saying that they don't accept my bank account, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the money if I send you the pop. So I want to figure that out before I send out the pop. And I was like, that's completely understandable. I completely get it. And then about 2 weeks go by. I'm like, hey, any update? And they send me a bunch of screenshots, which was completely unnecessary. I was completely understanding. But they were like showing me screenshots between eBay where they're like, hey, like, just give it a couple weeks and it'll fix itself. And then another 2 weeks go by and she messages me. She's like, hey, I'm just going to go ahead and cancel the order and refund you your money. And I was like, I really want the pop. Do you by chance want to list it on Mercari or message me on Instagram? I'll PayPal you the money and you ship the pop out to me. I really want this pop. I'll pay more if that's what the issue is. And she was like, no, it's fine, and just refunded me. And then I never got it. And so a couple weeks later, I'm going to a convention. I saved up a ton of money and I was looking for a bunch of different pops. And so usually I walk around once to see what everybody has, and then I start purchasing. But I just kept seeing so many good deals, and I was just purchasing it the first round that I was going. And then I finally get to a booth that had both of them for $500. And so I pulled out my wallet. I was counting my cash, and I only had $460. So I was like, okay, let's see if I can get them down to $460. So I was trying to convince them to go down, and they were not budging from $500 at all, which I completely understand. You pay to be at the convention. It's understandable, whatever. But I completely missed out on those, and now they are worth $1,000 as a pair, and I could have had them for $500. This is the last one, and I am still salty about it because it was a super cool pop. It's still a super cool pop. I will get it eventually, but it is the Glow LACC Moon Knight. It was the all green glow, and at the time I didn't know it was the error. I just really wanted the pop, and then I later find out the error, and it made me more upset. But I had purchased it for $100, and then about 2 to 3 hours later, the teaser was dropped for Moon Knight, and they completely canceled my order. And I was messaging, I was like, hey, like, what happened? And they're like, and then they were ignoring me, and they relisted it for $600, which is absolutely insane. But I understand people got to make money, but that really sucks. And those are some of my worst fumbles. Let me know down below, what are yours?